What's up, soil brothers and soil sisters? Miss T, did you can if you want to share it, you can share it. I don't know if you want a multi-stream. Um, Today is Hump Day. Today is Wednesday. I hope y'all are having an amazing day. It is hot here. It is hot, hot, hot here. But it's still a beautiful day. I know a lot of y'all are going through these difficult times with these storms and weird things going on, but we pray for y'all. Stay safe. Definitely let us know that you all are okay. Pouring rain. Yeah, Teresa said they on a tornado watch. So y'all be safe because it ain't these tornadoes are not to be played with at all. I know it's not a whole lot that you can do other than being prepared and having a place to take shelter in, but safety first. Definitely make sure y'all and your family are safe. If you are catching the replay, hashtag replay and let us know. Are you baking bread with us today? Because we're gonna bake some bread with Miss T with the T. So let me tell y'all a little bit about Miss T with the T. I don't think Miss T with the T, we're gonna talk about it before I bring her up, because I don't think Miss T with the T cook um into that story. But we gonna change that because we know how important it is to know. We don't always have time to do these things, but we gotta make time so we can be better for ourselves. But we're gonna teach Miss T how to cook, how to bake bread. So we're gonna chat with her for a few minutes. Well, we're gonna get things started first. If y'all can give us some reaction, we do have Miss T channel logged in. Also, y'all make sure y'all hit the thumbs up over there for your girl. She need her team to coach her own. So y'all make sure y'all root for Miss T and coach her on. We gonna bake this bread because I think they eating sandwiches tonight. We gonna find out. Let's see. Miss T.
Hey, girl.
What's for dinner tonight?
Well, I don't know still. It's like, are we making like regular loaf bread?
We're gonna make loaf bread. You can make, you can do so many things with this, but loaf bread is a good start. That way you can see it. Everything else is easy.
Okay. Ooh, I was at the store getting my stuff or whatever, and I found this Land O'Lakes, this honey butter.
Honey butter.
Yeah.
But you can make that because you got butter and you got honey, right? I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
So all you got to do is set your honey out and let it get your butter out. Let it get room temperature, and then just mix some honey in with it. You can make it, as little or as much honey as you want. Then you got some real honey in there because honey that you just showed us. But yeah.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah. Stuff like that make you excited, but being that you're gonna make your own bread, that make it even better. So, do you cook? Period. I know you do cook something, but I ain't gonna talk about that. But do you cook?
Well, hello everybody. Answer that question. Yeah, no. I make it work. I buy like a rotisserie chicken and like I pick some green beans and I made the green beans with it.
This
Like
tea.
making everything from scratch. No, never.
Let me move this book.
Never have I cooked from scratch.
Okay. You don't bake a cake, you ain't bake the cake, a pie, no nothing. Lord Jesus, pray for y'all. Pray for it. Rotisserie chicken is not cooking. Green beans, I'm sure you getting them suckers out of can.
Well, even in the grocery store, I picked them. I actually picked them.
You picked them,
mm-hmm.
So you got some fresh. Okay, but you can grow them. You can grow them. So, but yeah, I'm happy to help you make bread today. So we're gonna start off with a pan. A bowl. I don't use a great big bowl. Okay.
That's the container.
You good. But we're gonna graduate you to metal or glass soon. But crawl before you can walk. Don't let nobody discourage you when you're trying to do better. Because people say, "Oh, don't use that plastic and it's gonna kill you." Use the plastic because you're gonna use what you got, and then we're gonna learn to do better, right?
Right.
So, because people make you feel like I ain't gonna make this bread. No, we're gonna make this bread. in that plastic bowl. So you have your yeast. I'm gonna go through all of the ingredients. Good girl. You have sugar or honey. We use sugar.
I have sugar.
Do you have your salt? Lord, I don't know if I want to see your salt.
Uh,
Okay, I'm gonna assume that's redness in there. But
okay.
do you have your oil? You don't need much of these ingredients. Good girl. And water. I know you got water. So we're gonna start with our water. You want your water to be about 105 degrees or so. I say you can tell by sticking your finger in it, and it should be comfortable. You know what you would give your baby, maybe a little warmer, but you don't want it hot, hot. So if you need to pop it in the microwave, I would pop 1 cup. You got a measuring cup?
Okay.
1 cup, and look, she got a glass measuring cup, y'all. Go ahead, Miss T. 1 cup of water. If you need to put it in the microwave, I would microwave it for a good 30, 45 seconds.
Okay, we can do that. You got faith in me. Your somebody in here was like, "Well, what do you eat?" A lot of like frozen food. Tyson is my friend.
We gonna do better than frozen foods. You know, it's gonna get better. I think a lot of people haven't learned some of these simple skills. Once they learn it, it's like, wow, now let me see what else I can cook. So this will probably motivate you to do something else.
Okay. Hello, everybody coming in. Whatever. I just realized I was like, I don't have on any makeup. I'm like, oh, I am so out of my element.
Makeup. Look, when you in that kitchen sweating and throwing down, you don't worry about that. While you waiting on your water, if you want to go ahead and I don't measure, so you could just put like a tablespoon or two. I would do at least 2 tablespoons of 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Okay. Am I putting this water in the bowl?
Yeah, you can put your water in the bowl.
Okay. You said 2 tablespoons of what now?
So get about 2 tablespoons. When it comes to sugar, it depends on if you want it sweet or not. You can always use more. You can always use a little less, but your yeast need that sugar to activate.
Okay. Two.
And you can always use honey instead of sugar, but I always use sugar. So I'm gonna mix this a little bit just so my sugar will dissolve some in my water.
Okay.
You only need 1 pack. One of these 3 packs you got. You
I
only
want
need
to say before we go any further, thank you for sending me the picture. Because I was like, what am I getting?
Well, yeah, I know. I know. I said Miss T gonna be like, "What is this and where is it at?" So I figured sending you the picture would help make it a little easier.
And I was
So
supposed to tear off that it does come in 3, right?
yes.
Okay.
So I cut it so I don't damage the other ones, and you only need one of those, one out of the 3.
Okay.
So when I put my yeast in, you can mix it a little bit, or you can just pour it in, and you want to cover it up, so that it can hold in some of that heat. Cover your entire bowl up with a
It's got a little
dishcloth.
scent to it.
Huh?
It's got a little scent.
Yeah. So I like the way it smells. And once you cover it up and let it sit, we'll let it sit a good 10 minutes. You'll notice the scent will get stronger. This is yeast, natural smell. But I love the way yeast smell.
Okay. Is it supposed to dilute in the water?
Uh, it's not gonna dilute it. It'll just sit there. So just cover it up with a rag and with a dishcloth and
All right. Yeah, I need to know.
so we'll give this a few minutes and what it'll do is it'll start foaming and it'll activate the yeast. It'll grow a little bit. So we'll peep at it in a few minutes. In a few minutes. But now we are done with the water, we are done with the yeast, and we are done with the sugar. So we got half of our ingredients out of the way, which, you know, um, the next thing after we let it sit for these few minutes to give time for the yeast to activate, we'll put salt, oil, and then we'll move on to our flour. Now, most people, I mix mine. When I mix mine with a dough whisk. You can use your hand. You can use a fork. You can use a spoon. Whatever makes you comfortable. But it's perfectly fine mixing it with your hand. You know, when it comes to homemade food, you putting your love into it. Your family should trust that your hands are clean and know that this food is coming from her heart and it's gonna be good. So yeah, so I'm gonna let you speak to some people because your people over there, your cheerleaders are over there.
Okay. Welcome in, everybody on my end. I see Living Out Loud, Ram Boo Boo, G Mama. Thank y'all for the support. Fresh and Fire. I'm feeling good about this. I'm feeling good.
Feeling good.
I am. Coolest gamer.
Homemade bread. That's right. Proud of you, Miss T. G Mom Grove said now she got to get a dough with. Hey, Ronnie. So if y'all can be so kind and hit that thumbs up for us. And I know a couple people are making bread with us. I like doing these lives sometimes because people will try their hand. Some people already make bread, so but they still it's fun to do it with somebody and it feel like I'm making bread with a friend. Even though we're in totally different parts of the world, we can still make bread together thanks to social media. So
Hey, Sammy Joe.
yeah, so if you peep at it, it should be starting to foam a little bit.
Okay, you're absolutely right.
Is
Okay,
it foaming?
I must be doing something right.
Okay, okay, that's good. Yeah, Teresa says she making bread. You stung the thumbs up for me. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Um, Glad to catch you live. What's up, Soil Family? So we appreciate y'all for being here. It's always exciting to teach somebody a new skill. She can be baking bread all the time. It's a very addictive skill. Also, the smell of fresh baked bread and being able to feed your daughter. She at work, right?
Yeah, she's at work right now.
So when she get off and her mama done bake this, do she know you doing this today?
Not a
Oh
clue.
my god.
Well, I do have a question about these. There's different types of whisk.
You mean the dough whisk?
Mm-hmm.
So there's different types of everything. I mean, I don't even know where I got this thing from or why I ended up with it. But what it do is it help mix easier, cut through the dough and mix things up better. But I mean, it's just a basic dough whisk.
Okay.
I like it. It's nice and sturdy. I've had this one a long time, but I don't know where I got it from. But I love it. Hey, sweet thumb. Paula Lee, picture me crafting. What's up, Soil Family?
Yeah,
Thank y'all for being here. Lancaster, California, showing love and support. So, one thing about me, I am a little impatient. Now, if your yeast has foamed enough or risen enough, it should look nice and foamy in your bowl.
I'm scared to lift it up all the way.
You can lift it up. It's okay.
Okay, it's foamy. Definitely foamy.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So that's where you want it. Now you want to add. I I'm not I'm not an exact measurement type of person for the most part. Long as you got the right amount of water, yeast, and flour, you good. When it comes to salt, use as much or as little as you want. This is your flavor. Same thing with your sugar. If you want it sweet, you use more sugar.
Mm.
So sprinkle a little bit of salt in. Oh Lord, did y'all see that? I forgot how the thing worked. Your oil. You want to at least a tablespoon or so of oil,
Okay.
tablespoon or two. I always just pour a little bit.
You say
Sometimes
what?
you just gotta listen to your ancestors. They'll tell you when you got it.
I did 1 tablespoon.
I would do about 2 tablespoons. You got a clear space for you to work on after we get this mixed up because we're gonna need it a little bit.
Okay. Yep.
So Reba, this thing, somebody sent us this not long ago. So it actually sprays. I don't know if you can see that, or it will pour. I love this thing. It's just olive oil in there, but it came from Amazon, and I forgot who sent it, but I love it. Okay, so you can't go outside with her. You can't. I'm sorry. Um, you want to use about 3 cups of flour.
Okay.
Oh no, you can't go outside. So Nala and Heat and Thor want to go outside with her. So you're gonna go ahead and put those 3 cups of flour directly into your mixture, and this should be your last ingredient. Hey, analytic. So I keep a little bit of flour on the side because you may need some when it comes time to kneading. You may need a little flour, but long as you got 3 cups, what you want me to do about it? You can't go outside.
Okay. 3 cups of flour.
So you can use all-purpose flour. You can use bread flour. I always say all-purpose is great because you can bake cakes with that. You can flour your chicken with that. You can do so much with all-purpose. Then you don't have to buy a bunch of different breads. So now you want to mix it. Again, you can use your hand, dough whisk, spoon, fork, whatever you want. But you want to mix this until it's well combined.
Now, if you weren't on the live stream, would you be like listening to music or anything while you're?
I do. I listen to a lot of Erica Badu. A lot. Bobby probably know it. Every Erica Badu song ever made, Bobby probably know it by now. Because that's what's playing all day. Now you can only mix this so much, until it start forming together. So you want to make sure you got a surface where you can put some flour on it.
Okay.
And I like to dump my ass out once I get it so it's not so wet.
Flour. What's that? The lady, Scaredy Cat. I can't remember her
Yeah,
name.
Miss Pam.
Yeah, I was watching her make crackers. She kept throwing down flour.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't be afraid of it, man. You're gonna clean up when you finish. So flour your surface. Make sure your So what you want to do is you want to knead it together. You want to form one big ball of dough. Now, if it's sticking to your hands, you might have to grab a little more flour. But eventually, you should be able to knead this to where it doesn't stick to your hands. But you want to knead it together until it's well combined and bouncing back.
Okay. Okay, I know what you're saying because it's a little moist.
Yeah, so just use a sprinkle a little bit on your hand or a little bit on your dough. So you want to keep some on your table so it doesn't stick to your surface.
I apologize, y'all. I don't really work in the kitchen, so my setting is not facing. But I promise you, I'm doing
it. You're doing it. Sometimes it can be intimidating trying new things, especially something like this. And then live, you got 117 people watching you make bread for the very first time.
Great trainer, great teacher here.
Yeah, we have so many young ladies in our church that don't know how to bake their own bread. I'm so proud of you for learning.
Well, thank you.
Miss Paula said that over on Facebook. Yeah. Okay. I'm giving a class here in Savannah in a few weeks on making your own bread.
This is the part where Bayou Sugar says she usually messes up at.
Yeah, so a lot of people get intimidated because people say, Thor, you gotta chill out, buddy. It ain't the end of the world. Your daddy outside with it. People will tell you to knead for 10 minutes. I don't knead for 10 minutes. I knead until, and what I do is I push it and I turn it.
Okay.
So I push it and I turn it. But as you can see, it's sticking to me a little bit, so I'm just going to get a little bit of flour because it's almost where I need it, but I don't want it to stick to me. So I push it down and turn it.
So is this supposed to be like 100% dry? Like I still feel like, well, I mean, it's not sticking to my hands, but I feel a little moisture.
It's supposed to be moist, not like real. You don't want it dry so it's cracking.
Okay.
You do want it a little moist. So you might need to sprinkle a little bit of flour. Like it's sticking to my hands, but it's not coming off on my hands.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm good. Okay.
I'm a lazy kneader. I do not knead for 10 minutes. I knead until they come together and form a ball like this. And then I do this. I don't know where I got this from, but I like doing this. And it's nice, it's not sticking to my hands. It is a little sticky, but it's good.
Okay. Can't stop. Thank you. He said, can't stop, won't stop. So he went and bought some magnesium just watching the last flash poll.
Good. So, Miss T, if you stick your finger in it like this, does your dough bounce back?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You need in a stand mixer?
You can knead in a stand mixer. I don't know that process because I don't own a stand mixer. But you can knead in a stand mixer. You can do all of this in a stand mixer. I remember one time somebody asked me about a bread machine or bread maker. I don't know. I've never used a bread maker. I heard it do all the work for you. So once you get it to where it's nice and smooth and bouncing back, you want to get your same bowl that you took that dough out of.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about washing it. Or look at Miss T. Look at Miss T. Miss T, y'all better give them a screen. Hold that up again, Miss T. Y'all better screenshot that girl. Look at her.
Okay.
So what I do, my bowl, you see, is still dirty. I didn't wash it or anything. But what you want to do is take a little oil and put it on your ball of dough. because you don't want it to dry while you're waiting for it to rise.
Okay.
So I put some all over, just a little bit.
And you
And
said you about to start teaching some classes?
huh?
You about to start teaching some classes out there?
Yeah, so I'm partnering up with the city of Savannah and Foresight Farmers Market to give a bread making class. Because I think everybody should have these skills. We just starting with bread making. Eventually, we'll probably graduate and do things like pasta and you know soap and because we all need these skills. Hey, Andell, you see this lady in the kitchen, Andell? I'm like, who is the new lady? That's Miss T with the T. She just in the kitchen. So you got it greased.
Yep.
Put it in your bowl. Now you can cover it with your dishcloth. I just stick mine in the oven. The oven is off. There's no draft in there or anything. So
All right.
I just stick mine in the oven. Again, the oven is off. Um, and we need to let it at least double in size.
Mm.
Because it's no draft and it's probably warmer now than normal, it won't take long. So this always gives me time to go ahead and clean up, get my area ready for what's next. So
How long does it take for it to double in size?
for me, it usually take about 30 minutes. I I make bread every so many days. So
Oh, really?
yeah, like I just made bread Sunday night. But you know, these things move at your own pace pretty much. Um, hit the thumbs up, people. Thank you, Tim. Let's show Miss T some love and support. Um, half an hour to an hour. Yeah. So, like, say you want to make bread, and you get ready to go live in the morning. I know you go live for what about an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Yep.
So, I would when you get up before you go live, I would go ahead and mix my dough, just what you did. And then I would set it in the oven because your oven is off, but it's just gonna rise while it's in the oven.
Okay.
So you can go live while your yeast is your dough is in the oven proofing. I would go live. I wouldn't rush. Do what you gotta do. And
Okay.
then when you get off the live, you'll be at the step where we'll go to in a few minutes. I have let this bread after I get it in my pan. You got a loaf pan?
Oh, yeah, I did. I had to go back out. That's the only thing I really had to purchase.
Okay, good. Once I thank you, Lisa. Once I get it in a loaf pan, I will go 2-3 hours sometime, and then I'm like, oh, I need to bake this loaf of bread. But by then, it's a big old dome over it, but I don't care. As long as it rises, I'm happy with it. So what I'm saying is, don't ever feel like, oh my God, I can't get nothing done because I need to bake this bread. You can still get things done. And while it's proofing, you can do what you need to do. Clean the house, go for a jog, run to the grocery store. As long as your oven ain't on, it's gonna be all right. Um,
There was a comment in here. How do you make your own yeast if you don't have time to get some at the store? Do you know anything like that?
so you can use sourdough. I I am not too low from the store. What? Yeah, take that back. Get your money back. Make your own bread. um, You can do sourdough. Sourdough is basically just fermented flour that I have not conquered yet. And the only reason why we haven't conquered the sourdough yet is because I'm kind of lazy and I just be doing everything. Hey, Tara, thank you for being here. Um, if you want to rise, warm oven, turn it off, put it to rise. If you want it to rise in I warm my oven to 200, turn it off. So what I do is I just turn mine on. I turn my oven on for like 2 minutes. By then it's warm inside the oven. You can turn your light on in your oven too. That'll help. Miss T, if you want to turn your light on, you can. But I cut mine on for like 2 or 3 minutes. My oven will warm up just a little bit, and then I turn it off. So when I'm finished kneading my dough, I can throw it in the oven and it's off, but it's nice and warm.
I'm over here laughing because Bayou Sugar said, I'm learning how to make bread. I'm going to get flown out somewhere. Somebody's watching this and I'm like,
uh-oh. We don't want bread. I'm telling you. I told you earlier, a ways to a man's heart is through his stomach. I mean, that can go so many ways, but Bobby loved to eat. And I want him to eat, but I want him to be safe. When you know better, you do better. And do we always eat homemade bread when we at home? Yeah. When we go out to eat, we eat. But, that's only 25% or so of our life. So I feel like when we want to go out and have fun, we do. I do give consultants. You can send us a message. Our website should be up in the next day or two. It's work in progress, but we almost there. So we're trying to get our book launched, website launched, all at the same time.
It is a lot of work behind the scenes. I got the website, the LLC. So congratulations to you on the book.
Thank you. That's some work. Anybody that has written a book, I commend you because Bobby was like, "Oh wow, I got it." Bobby did like half. Can you freeze dry dough? Where did that go? It just
got us, Leo.
Or cook bread. So you can't. I wouldn't freeze dry. I don't even like frozen bread. I mean frozen dough, but freeze drying bread. Thor, chill. We freeze dry bread. Actually, when you buy a freeze dry, that's one of the first things they tell you to do is a bread run. But that's just then you making breadcrumbs or panko. So hey, Willie Jones, I appreciate you.
Hey everybody.
It is. I'm an author too. It's a lot of work. Oh my God! Like I was so excited when the publisher reached out to us because half of our work was already done. Most of the time when you got to write a book, you are self-published. But if you go with a publishing house, I hear that it's some work to try to find a publishing house. So for a publisher to reach out to us, took care of a lot of our work. But then it was like, well, I told Bobby, I said, well, it should be easy to write a book. All we doing is talking about sharing our life, what we do, our lifestyle. So this should be easy. But that was a rough few weeks trying to write that book and figure out what did we leave out. We put a lot of recipes in there, a lot of health care tips in there with the apothecary, and a lot of what we do around here to be able to function as a successful homestead. Maybe a book on tape. Yeah, so we are doing an ebook also.
Okay.
But it's a lot of work.
You said it'll be out here in about a week or so?
About 2 weeks. It's getting ready to head to format, and then it'll go to the print. Are you guys making bread from wheat berries? No, we are just making regular bread. Hey Karen, I was just talking about you. Miss T is a new baker because she's gonna be making bread all the time. When she go live, Miss T go live. I'm gonna let you talk about your channel, but when she go live, y'all, Miss T gonna be eating homemade bread. So tell us about Miss T with the T and what your channel is all about.
Girl, how much more time do we have?
We got time.
Okay. So, hello everybody. I'm Miss T with the T. I have a YouTube channel. That's my primary uh, base, I guess, out of all the social media. Also have
Mm,
TikTok and Instagram. But on my channel, I love doing comedy skits. I love doing those. Monday through Friday, I have a live stream at 9:15 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. I kind of try to help people who are newer content creators, need advice. Try to keep them active in the YouTube algorithm because a lot of people don't know what to do, and so like they kind of give up on it. And yeah, I like to try to help people out. People with small businesses looking to grow their business. I ask them to come on the show, and we promote their brand and business, and yeah, all that kind of stuff. So that's what I do. I love trying to help people out, just like Miss Sherry is helping me out, teaching me how to make bread.
yeah, yeah. I think it's important. Thor, go lay down. You can't go outside for the last time. Um, uh, Again, Nala is in heat, so of course it's driving him crazy. He doing good this time, but she outside with her daddy, and he in the house with me, but he don't want to be in here. But I think it's important to have a community and to help each other because I always say together we are stronger. But if we don't help each other gain knowledge and share each other's wisdom, you know, where are we going? As people, the world is not getting easier; it's just getting tougher. But if we pull together, we unstoppable. You know things that Bobby and I don't know. Bobby know things I don't know. All these people in the chat, 135 people in here, um, they know things that we don't know that we need to know. So yeah, and they'll say I'm gonna help her make bread. Yeah, it's healthier. Though these, I said earlier, bread should not um bread should not sit on the counter for 3-4 weeks and still be decent enough to eat. That means the preservatives and chemicals they got in there to preserve that bread, you're gonna put that in your body. And I know we ate bread for a long time from the store. But once that bread hits your body, what is it doing? What are those preservatives and chemicals doing to your body? So we believe that this is why a lot of people are sick and suffering because of things like bread. They don't tell you, they don't have to tell you everything that's in it. They just have to tell you a certain amount of things. So I want everybody to learn how to bake their own bread. It is very satisfying. It make you happy just to smell bread. It's like, wow. But like this your first time making bread and your daughter doesn't even know. That'll make her proud of her mom when she come home that, oh, not mom, what you been doing all day? Baby, I made some bread.
Right. We do have a question. Bayou says, how long is the homemade bread good for?
About 3 days, 3-4 days. Some people say 5, but around day 3 is pushing it for us. The good thing is we got chickens, so we give it to the chickens. Whatever left. Bobby's good about eating a loaf of bread, but I'll give the leftovers to the chickens. Do you ever make wheat bread? I don't. We're not too fond of wheat because the wheat fields are not what they should be. Um, so we don't mess with wheat much, unless you know somebody that grow wheat. We don't mess with it much. We just make a regular loaf of bread. We have people that say that I'm gluten free or something, whatever that is. So they need gluten free bread. I say try to make your own bread, and that'll probably solve a lot of your issues A lot of people think, oh, I'm allergic to this or I'm allergic to that, and it's just the chemicals that they're using. So when you do things at home yourself, you knock out all of that. I thought I was allergic, or I couldn't figure out what was going on with me. It's the chemicals and preservatives. Um, how did you get started? What do you mean, Tara? Like in homesteading? That was my husband.
Oh. I wanted to know, like, how did you get started with all of like making your own breads and soda pop and cereal and all that kind of stuff?
So I've always been one to cook. I love to cook. Even when I was, yeah, wheat is not good for you. Um, when I was little, I watched my mom. You know, I was saying earlier that this is my mom. I watch my mom cook for her family, serve her kids, serve her husband, you know, cleaning and doing things. So naturally, as a young woman, I automatically assume this is what I'm supposed to do. You know, whatever your kids see, we are sponges. Whatever we see our parents doing, we feel like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. And if it's not right, it's like, wait a minute, this is something isn't right about this. So watching my mom growing up, I wanted to be in the kitchen. My 10th birthday gift from my dad was a snack shop. My father purchased me a snack shop in downtown Virginia, downtown Hopewell, where I grew up at. And that's where I really learned how to bake pies and make sandwiches and mainly things like chili. So now, as I've grown older, I mean, I've always cooked, but you know, I depended on the store a whole lot. Now that everything has changed, you know, when we were little, you used to go outside and play. You could eat peanut butter and jelly, and you didn't have to worry about somebody having an allergic reaction. Well, things have changed drastically. Of course, with my health, I wanted to find a way to naturally cure myself to get off pain pills, blood pressure pills, and not have to worry about taking all these meds. So that's when I decided, well, Bobby and I decided that we were going to take this road on how to make everything. You can make anything at home, anything. Don't ever look at something in the store and feel like I have to purchase this because I can't make it. You can make anything at home. It is fun. I'm off 12 medications, changing my eating habits. That'll do it. That'll do it.
Teresa said her dough is ready to get rolled out. It is more than double.
What was that? Oh, Teresa.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check. Not mine. Oh, Teresa blowing hers up.
Mine is larger.
Huh?
Mine is larger.
It is larger. Has it doubled in size?
Almost double in size.
If you want to go ahead and pull it, you can. I told you I just let mine sit.
Yours.
Yeah, mine's might need. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Kevin. Ro, Tamila, Fortune and Urban, me and T, Donna. Donna says she has 12 medications. So that's the thing. Like, you know, I was saying earlier, the system got us beat. I can speed mine up some. The system got us beat because they make you feel like you can only depend on them. You can only go to the store and get everything you need. Well, back in the days, they didn't do that. You know, do I want everything to be like the old way? Not everything, but a whole lot. Finds us having time to make our own food and spend time with our family and feed our family the best, and you know, the respect we have for each other and all that good stuff. Yeah, I want all that back. Poor baby, you poor baby. But we can do better. You know, it's not like homemade bread. And the good thing with this bread recipe is simple. You can add anything to it. If you want Hawaiian rolls, I will substitute my water and use pineapple juice, and a little bit more sugar. that give you Hawaiian rolls. If you want garlic bread, you just make you a garlic butter spread. When you roll out your bread, your dough, you just put your garlic butter on the inside and roll it up. If you want hamburgers, you just make hamburgers. If you want hot dogs, you make hot dogs from the same bread. If you want dinner rolls, you got dinner rolls from the same recipe. So it's so simple but so versatile.
Okay.
Motivated with prices. Grandma only got flour, sugar, sometimes tuna. Everything else was from her farm. Yeah, that's the thing. We spent a lot of money in the grocery store every month when we depended on the grocery store, but now we might spend $150 a month in the grocery store, and a lot of that may be us buying stuff we probably don't even need. But I'll buy like 25 pounds of flour, and that'll last us a good 2 or 3 months. But you baking with that. Now I'm in here making all these fried zucchini all the time, so you can do a whole lot with a bag of flour and some sugar.
So I do have another question for you. So
Okay,
you said you make the bread like on a weekly basis. What else do you make like during the week?
what else do I make?
Like besides the bread, like is the bread like your staple? Like every week you make you make bread and then other items.
So I make bread every week because I fix sandwiches for Bobby to take on the truck with him. So I make bread like twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. If we're gonna eat hamburgers or something, I'll make bread 3 times a week. But I usually make bread twice a week. I'll bake a cake some weeks. I'll make cookies just because I'm bored and love being in the kitchen. I make soda probably every week, but it's always something because it doesn't have a long shelf life. I'm constantly making stuff. So if I make cereal, I wouldn't make cereal until like Friday because I want him to eat it Saturday morning. And then Sunday I'll make like some biscuits or pancakes or something. But I try to keep things like every 5 days. If I made Oreos, they need to be gone within 5 days or so. He love vanilla wafers. He'll eat those. So I'm constantly making stuff all week. I've been making candy bars for 3 days now.
Oh wow! I think this woman makes everything. She makes everything.
But then again, I ain't in a rush. So it's taking me days to do this. And now all I need to do is make my chocolate and put it on top. This is the nougat side of Snickers. Under here is the caramel and peanuts, and then I got chocolate on the bottom.
Oh wow!
So all I need to do is put my chocolate on the top and let it sit but I'm not in a rush. We got a bunch, probably a dozen in the freezer. But this is how you get stuff done. You just work at it a little bit at a time. But this is half of a Snickers.
OCD said that is truly amazing. Wow. Ever since
Yeah. Woo, can you live with us? Super cool candy bar. Those are the best candy bars. I like making big stuff, even though I cut those candy bars up and put them in the freezer. But I like making like the big Reese cup just because I like to see Bobby's reaction to it. He always like a kid in the candy store when it comes to stuff like that. So I just make it, but I'll chop it up and freeze it.
what a mess.
So we're gonna go ahead and pull. You think your dough is good? I want to
It's
make sure your dough is good.
it's pretty large.
Pretty large. So you do want to dust your surface. Miss T about to dump it out. You want to dust your surface a little bit.
Okay.
Your bundt pan, you want to spray it grease it with butter, whichever one you choose. I normally just spray mine. You want to grease it good or whatever you choose to use. You want to make sure you get it good.
Tamila says she's gonna come down there on an internship to Georgia. Can you use leftover bread for bread pudding?
Yeah, you can. I'll make like if I have leftover bread come Saturday, I'll just make French toast and then I give some to the chickens. Like I don't mind sharing with the girls. They always well. I do have a boy chicken now too, so I pour it out on the table. I don't use a rolling pin.
Okay.
I have a bread making machine because I'm lazy. Picture me crafting. I don't even know how to use one. Andell was telling me. I was like, I felt so crazy when somebody asked me about a bread machine, and I was like, I've never even touched one before, but
Okay. So what we doing
breeze good.
now? Oh,
Huh?
we're
So,
pulling it out.
yep, I just put it out on the counter. I don't use a rolling pin. I just use my hand. If I use a rolling pin, that's something else I gotta clean.
Now, see, I noticed also you do a lot. You don't have the machines like they said the bread making machine thing. You do everything by hand.
Yeah, I don't even have a stand mixer. Somebody just bought me a food processor, and I was like, "What are you supposed to do with this?" So YouTube taught me some things I can do with that. I can make dough with it. I know that. You love banana pudding? Me too. I like banana pudding bites. I don't like banana pudding, but I like the cookies. So you want to push all the air out. That's basically all I did was push the air out and made it almost like a pizza, but kind of squash because you want it to fit in your pan. So I just push it out till it's like the length a little longer than my pan or a little wider than my pan.
They said we're pushing the air out.
Yep, you're gonna push all the air out. And then I'm gonna roll it.
Oh, okay, we're rolling. Is there how thin should this?
It doesn't have to be thin because it's gonna rise again. So it's just gonna keep bouncing back on you.
Okay.
So you roll it, and then you want to pinch these this little seam you got. It may not stick too good, but you want to pull it together a little bit.
It's at this moment where I'm like, wow, I'm making bread. Okay.
Miss T, they said, Miss T, you working that thing. Miss T working it out.
I'm trying, girl.
So once you get it in this log, I tuck my ends just a little bit. You don't want to make it so it's real uneven like, but I just tuck that in to make it round.
Okay.
Miss T working it out, y'all. She working it
Okay.
out. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's gonna still be edible, look good. Now that end that's coming to loose, you want to put that in the bottom of your pan.
Okay.
It may be a little too long, but it's all right. Just cram it in there.
All right.
You did the same with yours, Teresa. So you got it in your pan.
I can make some.
It's not gonna be the same size as your pan. It'll be smaller. I just put it kind of in the middle because now it's gonna rise again.
Okay. Well, thank y'all. She's
There
in
you
there.
go. There you go. Now, if you want to flip that in, that seam, if you want to flip that to the bottom, you can. But it's okay. It's okay. You're gonna learn as you go. So now I would you can set this on your stove. You want to cover it up with your cloth.
Okay.
You can what I normally do Do you slice the top or no? Nope, I don't slice the top of mine. Um, what I normally do is I set mine in the oven until I'm ready to bake it, and it might sit in there for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. But because we want to go ahead and bake this, you want to cover it up with your dishcloth. Cut your stove
And what are we cutting the stove on to?
350. You want to go 350.
All right, got it. Clean as you go, like a pro. I'm just singing to myself. Clean as I go, like a pro.
Yes, yes. That's something Bobby don't do. Let me tell you.
Uh-oh.
Bobby can cook now. When Bobby cooks, I'd be like, I'm the sous chef. I don't even like cutting onions, but when he cook, I say, you want me to cut the onions? You need me to do anything? I work for food. I work for Bobby food. But man, he can tear a kitchen up. I'm like, what happened? You use every dish, every spoon, fork, knife, cup, plate in the house. The food is delicious though, so I ain't complaining. But I'm like, Jesus Christ, what happened in here? No clean as you go with him. So now you want to go ahead and preheat your oven.
Okay, did that. What's the purpose of the splitting of the top?
So most people do that with sourdough. I think it's to let it breathe with sourdough. But I never split my top with yeast bread. Okay. Might cook, but doesn't clean. He make a horrible. I think it's a man can. Lord, I be like, Lord, Bobby to destroy. I'd be in the living room like, please help me, Jesus, help me get through this, because I know I gotta clean before we can eat, and I'd be ready to eat.
I know you just go ahead and you go behind him, or do you just wait until he's completely done?
I wait, because let me tell you, Bobby have flour everywhere. It look like he just threw flour in the air. Ain't no point in me cleaning while he in here. I stay out his way. I help him if he need help, but I don't clean because I don't want him to feel like
you going behind him or something.
Bobby be having a good time in here. I'm like, Jesus. So give it a slice. Bread usually crack along the sides, so they give it a slice crack where they want it. Okay, that makes sense. I never slice mine, but I know they score. I think they call it scoring the sourdough. But again, I haven't conquered sourdough yet because I'm not good about feeding my sourdough to get it started. Hey, grow what I eat. Miss Kirkland, what's up, Soil family?
Grow what I eat. Come over here and get you some bread. Bread and butter. That's all we got so far.
Lentils are good. Lentils are good for you, Donna. I always, when people say I'm a diabetic and I'm trying to reverse this, what do I eat? And that's what I tell them. More lentils and less carbs. Less fruit, or as little fruit as possible, but more lentils. So good. Do I have a video for banana? I do have a video. I have a short for banana pudding bites. Banana pudding. So when I make banana pudding, it's like it take a whole day because I'll score it, make it pretty. I make my pudding first and I let it sit for 4 hours because I make homemade pudding. And then I'll work on like my cookies, which I can make cookies and let them sit because they okay. But I need my pudding to sit at least 4 hours before I start messing with my pudding. But then I have to make marshmallow fluff also. So I'll make my marshmallow fluff that I can mix with my pudding once it's set for that 4 hours. But then I make my cookies. So I haven't done a full video on banana pudding because it's a lot. I forget to feed my starter. Me too. That's why all our starters. Bobby said, "I'm gonna do it. I do it and show you how you do it." And he forgot to feed his too.
Oh, the people in your community know a lot of stuff. Okra water is good for diabetes. Mm,
I'm telling you, man.
I need
You'd
to
be
learn how to make
surprised.
okra.
Like on Facebook, I just shared a post. I need to share it on YouTube also. Explain, and when you break down certain things, like I was saying, I was showing. I don't even have one. We just started selling magnesium body butter, and just to hear some of the side effects when you deficient in magnesium, people were like, "Wait a minute, I suffer with a lot of this." Yeah, and it's something as simple as magnesium. It's a simple natural fix to this where they'll just push medicine on you. Sometimes we do have to change our diet or the way we do things, which is your life worth changing so that you can live a better life. Hey, Pruckle.
Hmm. So with this okra water, what is that like soup? Okra water?
It ain't like soup. Uh, I don't. Me and Oprah have. We don't even have a love hate relationship. I just don't like okra at all. Bobby fried a big pan of okra the other night. Oh my god! And then he was like, "Taste this." I couldn't do it. Thor wouldn't even eat the okra, but it's so beneficial. I just can't make myself eat it. But I can grind it up and mix it in like macaroni and cheese and not know what's there. But to have to
Really?
eat okra,
Yeah, I'm not a fan of okra either.
yeah, not for me.
So you don't eat it at all, even though it is good for you?
Like I said, I'll saute it and puree it with like cauliflower and um, sweet potato, but then I'll mix it with my cheese sauce. So when I cook my noodles and mix all of it together, it's all mixed together. I don't even taste the okra.
Grandma used to say, well, it's to start making the bread, then move on to chicken. So, what are your favorite veggies to eat?
My new favorite veggie. Oh my goodness, are these beautiful things. I can't even eat enough of them. We can't eat enough of them to get them gone. This is squash.
Oh, okay.
So we use this now, even in lasagna. I made a squash casserole. I like to fry them where I just cut them in real thick discs and bat them and deep fry them. It's so good. My favorite is broccoli, but this is my new favorite. I guess this is my summertime favorite because this is all I've been eating. I did eat beet leaves last night for dinner, and they were really good. So as we get older, it's a lot of things that we would always say, I don't like that all my life. I don't like this and I don't like that. Well, now I have grown to let's grow it and try it and see how we like that. And that's where we are now with growing beets, growing squash, um, growing red onion. I can eat red onion on a sandwich and it
Mm.
is delicious, but I don't like onion, I will say. But it's now I have grown into my taste buds, I guess. So I like a lot of hey Jackie, I like a lot of things that I thought I wouldn't eat or I wouldn't like now, and mainly because we grow it, we can grow different varieties.
And welcome in everybody as well. I didn't want to like miss anybody out. So I seen like I be watching a lot. Thank you, growing what I eat. I really appreciate it. That goes towards the chicken. So I be seeing like a lot of people like there's so many types of basil and thyme and all that kind of stuff. Like how what would you recommend? Like I want to grow it, but I wouldn't know what to do with it because I'm not even a cook. So would you recommend like as it's growing to look up some recipes or
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Like I would grow basil because you like to cook spaghetti. I know
Yeah.
you use your basil in spaghetti. Even things like parsley, thyme, rosemary, you chop it up, you cook it with your meat or cook it with your sauce. But you're gonna end up putting it all together anyway. That's your seasoning, um, your herbs. So I would grow basil. Basil is good. There's a lemon basil I grow, and we love it. It just add more flavor to your food. You want to learn to flavor your food with these natural herbs that you can grow
Mm,
instead of seasoned salt and whatever else they make. When
right.
I season things, I do use Redmond's real salt sometimes, like especially with this, because they create a lot of water. We grow our own garlic powder. I got it in the apothecary. Don't ask me why. And cayenne. This is what I season with. I'll use parsley or basil or dill is good. Some people like dill, but you can grow these things. You do need sodium.
Hmm.
Not all salt is created equal, so you want to make sure you got a good salt. We use Redmond's real salt or Celtic salt. I don't use Celtic to cook with. I only cook with Redmond's. But thank you, grow what I eat. I appreciate you. But all these seasonings are good and they flavor your food without you having to use the wrong kind of sodium.
Okay. My next question, because like last year I did grow and I was successful. So like I had all this stuff, and I was like, so what do I do? So okay, like I wanted to try like new different things. So what would I Google? Like items, meals with squash, and then
Yeah, so like what I did was I Googled, well, I asked. Um, Facebook is amazing for things like this. I asked for squash recipes and they started giving me squash recipes, and that's what we started with. The first recipe we used for squash was squash casserole, and it was delicious. I knew it had to be good because you'll turn yourself off if it's like, oh no, I don't like squash. But it was so good. So Bobby wanted lasagna. This was our noodle. We didn't put any noodles in it. We had our cheese, we had our sauce, we had our herbs. This was our noodle, and it was delicious. So it's always a recipe. I love watching Mr. Make It Happen. He is from Virginia, but he is an awesome cook. Don't ever say you can't cook something because it's a video out here to teach you how to cook everything. Mr. Make It Happen is an amazing cook, and he break it down. He give you the recipe or whatever. Um, I think he's still putting videos out, but always Google something. If you have a main ingredient like squash recipes, what am I going to do with this squash? And it'll give you a bunch of recipes. You do have to tweak things to make it your own. But yeah, Gypsy said Pinterest is also good for recipes. I don't know how to work Pinterest,
I don't either.
but I always hear that Pinterest is good. But find a recipe. Don't limit yourself to I don't know how to cook this, so why grow it or why purchase it? You
Hmm.
can learn how to cook it. And
I,
you might mess up the first time. It'll be all right.
somebody said dry freezing the herbs. Do I need like a special, some type of special equipment for that? Or
So, no, you can dehydrate your herbs in the oven. You just have to turn it down as low as it'll go, and put them on a sheet pan or a rack, and just let them stay. It'll take a couple hours, but it will. Bam, kicking the okra. What's up, Bam? It
hey,
will dry. You can get a dehydrator. Dehydrators don't cost much.
put the bread in.
No, not yet.
Okay.
So you want to let it rise. You want to let it fill out your pan. I do let mine go a little bit over my pan.
Okay.
Is it rising?
It is. Ooh.
Look at that smile. Are you surprised at yourself?
Yeah, I am. It's just getting bigger and bigger.
So I let mine rise. I usually don't even cut my oven on. I just stick it in the oven while it's off, and I go and do things. And I'll stick it in the oven like an hour before we get ready to eat. I don't like to slice our bread when it's hot. I usually don't slice it till the next morning. Veggie great fiber filling for casserole. Yes. Oh my God, that casserole was so good. So Are you gonna grow anything this year?
I want to try with the earth. Then like hmm. So my goal is to move to Georgia 6 months, 8 months the latest. Would it be a good idea to start? We have a short growth season here in Indiana anyway.
Yeah. If you haven't started, and your focus is moving, I wouldn't worry about it now. Because growing in Georgia is totally different. We put our tomato plants out in February. I started potatoes in February and pepper. So it's a whole different ball game coming here from there. But if your focus is moving, I wouldn't worry about it. But definitely look at different vegetables that, especially things that you say you don't like. Like I say, there's a lot of things out there I don't like. I don't like pepper. I don't like onion. I don't like tomato. But it's so many varieties to where I have to stop saying I don't like and try some of these varieties, grow them myself, and learn how to cook them. I'm not ashamed to say some things I have to ask for help. My mom keeps saying, just cut up some onion and cut it up and fry it. And I'm like, no, that's what you did when I was little. That's my point now. So I need something different. But just search for different recipes and try it. You're not gonna get them all right, Miss T, and it's okay. At first, you might be like, "Oh, that needs some more seasoning," or "That needs something." It's okay. Just try it again.
Thank you, F. Smith. And somebody, Gypsy in Facebook said I can like container grow. I might try to do a couple little things here. Just, the thrill of it.
Yeah, like you should be able to do tomatoes, right?
Yeah.
Um,
I had so many tomatoes last year.
Something you ain't have to buy.
Okay.
Hey, Cindy Glenn, thank you for being here. If you all can be so kind to hit that thumbs up for us, we would appreciate you. Y'all hit the thumbs up. 130 reactions. We got 136 people in here. Thank y'all. Um, Mortgage lifter tomatoes. They are chef kiss and can be used for stew. So I grew a lot of, last year we grew about 150 pounds to 200 pounds of tomatoes, which we mainly use for spaghetti sauce. This year we growing mostly Amish paste. I did drop some, uh, I dropped tomatoes because of the description of them. But we are growing great white, which is supposed to be a pineapple, hint of pineapple taste or something. Um, we grew a Dr. White tomato, which I'm excited about because again, it's supposed to taste like a fruit and not a tomato. I dropped tie-dye seeds is because the little weird dude from Baker Creek kept showing the tie-dye seed tomato, and I was like, oh, that's pretty. I got some seeds, so I dropped one, and that plant is huge. I can't even control it. How far is Hopewell from Lynchburg, Virginia? About 3 hours, I want to say. I think it's about 3 hours because you're in the mountains. Lynchburg is in the mountains anyway. Hopewell is next to Fort Lee. Go ahead, Miss T.
Oh, I just want to make sure I caught up to the uh, comment section. Empire tomato plants are good in Tennessee. I didn't even know about all these different types of vegetables. Like okay, y'all. I know everybody here are like a majority of you are homesteaders. I am straight city folk. All I know is the grocery stores, and there were just like three different options of tomatoes. You got your green asparagus, your white asparagus.
And see, that's the thing. Like even with little kids think their tomatoes come from the store. They don't even realize that these things are grown outside in the dirt. I'm a city girl, and this was not my life at all. I won't play in no dirt. Even as a child, I won't play in no dirt like that. But now, that they have all these varieties, and I'm like, oh, all tomatoes ain't red. So I need to explore some and see what we like. We know we love tropical fruit. It's more to fruit than just apples and peaches and pear and watermelon, and they got jackfruit and all these different varieties of bananas. We grow 14 varieties of bananas, and they all taste different, and they are all delicious. But a lot of the stuff you won't know unless you know somebody that grow them or grow them yourself. But it's a game changer.
Hey Teresa, I'm Indiana. So for those also who are new, I'm single, very much so single. So Black Tropical is helping me. This is the first step. I'm about to be an empty nester as well. My daughter's going off to school. Uh, yeah, so I guess these are some traits I need to know.
Yeah. So like I was telling you earlier, um, God do things in order. He want us to do things in order, and we can't expect to be with somebody if we ain't ready. And obviously, God know that Miss T ain't ready yet, And it may be because he's waiting for baby girl to go to college. But in the meanwhile, you can get yourself together. You want a man that appreciate the fact that you don't mind cooking him a meal, or you know how to cook him a meal. So getting yourself, making sure you straight. That way when you meet your king, y'all gonna be straight together, and pray that he's straight too, because you don't want just a man.
Right.
You don't no, you don't want a boy. You want a man.
I can
So
imagine watching this live stream, rewatching it out of nowhere next year, and just be like, "Wow, I didn't even know how to make bread back then."
yeah, look at me now, honey. You want some
Honey,
bread? What you been doing all day? Well, like me, I made some homemade mashed potatoes and meatloaf. I don't know why we wanted meatloaf. I wanted meatloaf, so I made meatloaf. Brooke said he a man.
I go broke.
He said he a man, and he want the biggest piece of chicken. He don't care because he the man. But I'm a real boy. See, Miss T can't do nothing with a boy. She gonna need a man because she gonna be baking bread and homemade cakes and pies and cookies and homemade soda.
Now wait a minute now. We're gonna have to do these like once a month or something.
I'm telling you, Miss T, it's so easy. So now you here, like you making bread. You made your bread. That bread just sitting there. Um, Halal. I mean, Mary. I ain't even gonna say nothing about her. This one here.
Nitsu.
That's what helped me get my energy together. Mary, we gonna get your energy together. We gonna get your energy together. I'm a firm believer that God send you exactly what you need when you need it. Don't rush it. Don't feel like you ain't deserving of something. It just ain't your time. But it's gonna come when it's your time. In the meanwhile, you can learn how to do things like this. This is for your health, and that way when your king come along, you can help him be better in his health. So it's gonna be amazing. You got a lot to learn, and you can learn a lot in a little time because I did it.
You know what? Bread's not even in the oven, but I smell the bread.
So how much did it rise yet?
Uh, it's like here.
Yeah, if you want to, you can stick it in the oven. Go ahead and stick it in the oven.
How long keep it in the oven?
So you want it to be in the oven for 1 hour. You put it in the oven?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you push it back away from the door so it can get all that heat back there? Alexa, set timer for 1 hour.
Thank you,
So
Cindy.
I just made Karen a moderator. This lady is a total lifesaver, y'all. I said I wasn't going to talk about it until we were finished doing what we're doing, but I am so excited about something. We got a huge announcement coming up soon, and I'm so excited about it. But this lady here, I love her to pieces. Um, when I say God send people at the perfect time, like, and you'll say, man, what were you a year ago? It's just the perfect time, to meet certain people and to run across certain people, and it's okay. Everything is on God's timing, but This lady, Miss T, do you have a fire extinguisher?
No, ain't that horrible?
Um, let's see. I recently lost my mom, and this lab is so comforting. Oh,
Oh, I just got seen Bro asked me if I had a fire extinguisher. Yeah, I'm
bro
sorry.
did. He did actually. So sorry for your loss, Gypsy. You know, it's like I don't even know. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. You got more people in your corner than you can ever imagine. Even us strangers that you just met today, such as me and Miss T. That's a hard road to travel, I can imagine, but it's gonna be okay. You know, we are here for you. We're gonna definitely pray for you because that's what you need most of all. And understand, as long as you understand that this is a part of life, you'll be all right. It's gonna take some time to get through it. And take your time. I always tell when I'm live on Facebook, I tell them you have the right to be upset or sad or mad or whatever it is you feel. You have that right to be that, but only give yourself 10 minutes to be sad or mad or upset, and then say, okay, I'm over it. Set a timer and do what you got to do. Fuss, shout, scream, cry, and then in 10 minutes when that timer go off, say, okay, God, I got that out the way. What's next? So we appreciate you for being here, Gypsy. I'm sorry to hear that you lost your mom, but we're going to get through this together.
The cooking channel. Oh, we just making bread. We just making.
I'm glad I clicked on this. I follow your page, but this is the first live, and it felt like home. Good,
Oh,
good. We are pretty down to earth people. We just some country folks here doing what we do. We love to share our adventures in homesteading, as you can see, but we also love to help people be better, get better in life. We not because we perfect, because nobody is perfect, but we can all do better together. And when we share the knowledge and share different things that we do, a lot of people for years I thought, this is boring. Who want to see this? And then all of a sudden it was like, okay, let me share this and let's see. Um, Bobby look at himself all the time and he like, that's just boring. Why? I don't even know why I filmed that. But then it's so entertaining, but it can help somebody. And I say all the time, if you can help one person, if you can help one person in this world, one person, you have done a great deed. So keep at it, keep at it. Miss T bread is in the oven, y'all.
as soon as your timer goes off, I'm gonna take mine out too.
This is um, Romanesco squash. A lot of people say I leave them on there too long, but they actually taste real good. Even at this size, we can eat them raw. Like I said, we can fry them. We can use it as pasta. I think I'm gonna freeze dry them because I got like 2 that need to come off the plant now, and 5 sitting in here, plus some in the freezer. Hey, Albert. Hey, Lisa.
Scoby, what is that?
Scoby.
Mm-hmm.
So a SCOBY is what we use to make kombucha with. My SCOBY hotel is back there, and it's too heavy for me to move. But SCOBY is a symbiotic culture of yeast and bacteria. We use that to make kombucha, which is great for the gut. You need good, healthy bacteria for your gut, especially being that they play with our food so much, and most of it is no good for us, no matter what the package say. But you need things like kombucha that are good for the gut. Starting mass tomorrow. Good, Lady D. Lady D made soda. I
Oh,
think
really?
pineapple biscuit soda. So that's your next mission, Miss T. You don't drink soda though, right?
Every now and then I have a cherry coke.
Oh
But
yeah,
I love pineapple. That pineapple hot biscuits. I was like, do I need to get those special jars? Let me know. I'll order them now.
that thing is good. So we got they in our Amazon storefront. Um,
Okay.
the jars are, and I do need to add. Well, I think I do have the 4-ounce jar there. that we use for our kombucha because next week we're gonna make kombucha, and I use a little 4 ounce jar. Um, is Azure Standard wheat organic? So wheat ain't good for you. Al smoking. I know people think if they gonna eat bread, they need to eat wheat bread because it's better for them. It's not. Wheat is not good for you. I think I'm sure Azure Standard bread is wheat, but what is I mean organic? But what is organic? What is organic? So you got to be careful with that. But wheat um, is not good for us. I make hibiscus tea. I have to look up your pineapple. That pineapple hibiscus soda is amazing. Because most of the time you want a soda, you want that fizz, right?
Right.
And that will give you that fizz, but it'll give you the benefits too because the ginger bug is good for your gut again, fermented, good for your gut. The hibiscus is good for so many reasons. Pineapple is good for so many reasons, and you got this fermented, naturally carbonated soda that is actually good for you and good to you.
Yeah.
Less crumbly. So, like our homemade bread, or let me see, because I know most of y'all don't see. You're doing bread. I have a question. With homemade bread, is it less crumbly than store bread? Our homemade bread is not crumbly at all. I don't cut our bread until it cool off. When Miss T pull her bread out of the oven, the top of it should be crispy. If she tap on it, it should not. But if she let it sit for 30, 45 minutes, an hour or so, it'll soften up. That top will soften up. It won't get crumbly for 4 days, 5 days or so. It'll start turning crumbly.
Okay.
But we don't have, in the beginning, the first few days, then again, we don't use preservatives. So, but it won't turn crumbly for a few days. Let me see. When you make a sourdough bread, so I don't do sourdough just because I don't keep up with the sourdough starter. I won't feed it. It'll starve to death messing with me. Uh, my goodness. So I see what somebody said. Any bread homemade is good for you. So Bobby ate a lot of bread even before we started making homemade bread. But Bobby was a big guy. But now that he eats so much homemade everything, he has come down the size naturally. All that his fluff was just a lot of bread and a lot of sweets. So now I make everything homemade. He still eats the same amount of bread, if not more, and a whole lot of sweets. But health wise, he is healthier because he eating homemade and not all those chemicals and preservatives.
Mm.
Where do you get soda from? We make our own soda. Pineapple is my favorite. Trying to make sure I ain't missing nothing. Hey, Early.
So you said Bobby, like, he still eats the same amount of stuff, but just because it's homemade, it's better. So he's not as big. That was saying like how can I say? So the stuff that you make the same exact stuff without all the chemicals and stuff, and it's better for him. And
So that's what you do when you make your own things. Yeah, my husband a big bread eater. When you make things at home, you cut out all the chemicals and preservatives. So my thing is when you get stuff from the store, I can't even. When you get stuff from the store, it'll give you the list of ingredients. By law, they don't have to list all of the ingredients there. I do have videos on making soda. They don't have to list all of the ingredients there. They just have to put whatever USDA say they need to put on the label. Um, like honey, for instance. When you buy honey from the store, they tell you it's raw honey. So you get the honey because you think it's raw honey. It's not going to help you with your allergies or anything for the most part. When you get honey from a local farmer or a beekeeper, it will help you with your local allergy. I mean, your seasonal allergies. because it has all of the benefits. Because the bees go out and get them for you, and put them in that nectar, put them in that honey, and you take it and make you immune to all the plants that are around you. That's why they say local honey is the best. Well, when you get honey from the store, it's 10% raw honey. And this is what they say is okay to put on your label. 10% raw honey, and the rest is half fructose syrup. But I don't have to tell you that, long as you know that it's raw honey. So when you look at the ingredients, it say raw honey, but they don't tell you that it's half fructose syrup in that honey also. And the tag will say raw honey, and you thinking that's what you're getting, but you're not. So that's why I say you got to be careful with these labels, because they don't have to put everything on the label. They just need to put enough to make the people happy, and then you'll buy it because you think that it's full of probiotics or it's full of something, and it's not. I say it's full of crap. Um, Pineapple cake is delicious. She had, yeah. So we do have soda videos where we make soda. But your honey from local bee farmer. Buy your honey from a local bee farmer. Yes, that is how you. Pretty much most of the time, some of these beekeepers or bee farmers, they will buy a 55-gallon drum or 5-gallon bucket of honey from whoever's selling it for low or nothing, and it's the same thing, and they'll sell it as if you know it's the real thing. So you definitely got to be careful with where you sourcing your stuff from.
Yeah,
So,
I know me and my daughter for a long time was buying the store honey, and lately I've been getting honey in my PO box from lots of people. Not all honey tastes the same, but it's delicious. So much better than the store bought honey.
yep. What this pescatarian garden? Hello. Hey, why you ain't making bread with us? Me and Miss T making bread. What you doing?
Yeah, Earlene, a big
Oh,
congratulations to her on the book.
me and Miss T making bread.
Let
Hold on. I want let me put you on speakerphone. What'd you say? Hello?
Oh man, I'm carrying on. I'm actually in my car going to my friend's house to bring up these potatoes.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll make bread another day.
pescatarian.
Miss T said, "Hey, pescatarian."
Girl, what's up, girls? No, I want to make some bread. When y'all making bread, y'all doing it right now?
Yeah, we're making it now. Miss T bread getting ready to come out the oven. Alexa, how much time left on timer? Yeah, Miss T bread is in the oven, so she ain't got long.
Wow, no notification.
I
That's
don't,
crazy.
I don't know. It happens sometimes. But all right, let me get off here
You
because
gotta be like, hey, get online. I'm getting ready to get online.
these 120 people don't want to hear your excuses about why you making bread.
Oh my God! I'm on blast in front of 120 people. I must do better. I will do better. Next time, I'm gonna be right there with y'all.
Okay, we gonna see.
I'm so sorry for pulling you down, girl.
You're all right. I call you back.
Okay, bye.
All right.
That's funny.
Pescatarian is hilarious. She is hilarious. I keep telling her, you got to make your own bread. She's like, you got to come over here and show me. Girl,
Someone asked while you was on the phone, when is the book coming out again?
so we got about 2 weeks left in the book. It's getting ready to go to format and then print. So about 2 weeks, it should be. We should have a copy in our hands. That's pretty exciting. It's kind of weird, but I keep telling Bobby, you are author now. And he's like, yeah, okay. But pretty exciting.
Are you in the works already for making another book?
Yes, we are because we couldn't get all of our recipes. I mean, I don't know if anybody in the world has ever put all of their recipes in a book, but it's like so hard to get everything in the book. So we put a whole lot. You can pescatarian. Driving and listening. Sorry, y'all. Um, we will have pre-orders up soon, Lisa. But we new to all this, so it's like I don't know what we supposed to do. What are we supposed to do now? or where do we sell this book? Because I don't know. Do we just sell it on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram? But it'll actually be available at Barnes and Noble, Walmart, Target, Amazon, and through us. For a limited time, we will have autographed copies. You'll have to order through us, but it's pretty, new territory is kind of scary sometimes, but it's exciting because we've never written a book before.
That's awesome. You know, we have pre-orders. Yeah. Okay.
Let me know when you have pre-orders up. We will. So we'll start releasing information in the next week or so of pre-orders, book cover, little teasers of the book, and exact date when we'll launch the book for sale. All that good stuff. We'll start putting it out soon. So we're working closely. We had a setback. Our publisher sister passed away, and I wanted her to take time for herself and grieve and not rush. I mean, she got a lot of people signed, so she got a lot of books to work on. But I just wanted to relieve her of worrying about ours because we were supposed to have our book signing during Soil Family Expo. Miss T excited about that bridge.
I know, right? I didn't want to open it. Hey, Jax.
Tampa Creek said, "Is the bread done?"
It smells delicious, by the way, in case anybody's wondering.
What time your daughter get off? Because when she come home, she gonna be like,
"Oh yeah, she is. She gets home at 7. Ooh, oh, she be home here about 15 minutes. To drive home.
You gotta go.
15.
You gotta go pick her up.
Nah.
Oh yeah, when she walk in that house, she gonna be like, "What is that smell? What are you doing in here, J3?" She gonna talk about this bread, y'all. She gonna be on live tomorrow eating a sandwich in the morning.
Man.
No Cheez-Its. You can make Cheez-Its, Miss T. Don't be buying them Cheez-Its. They are so much better when you make them. I saw Miss Pam make Cheez-Its too, but she used cheese and baked it or something, and it turned hard. But you got flour, child. You got cheese. You can make your own Cheez-Its. Don't be doing that to yourself. It's so much better.
More bread with honey. Yum.
So everybody's warm bread with honey. Homemade crackers are the bomb. They are. Even when I make casseroles, I'm gonna make my Ritz crackers and crumble them suckers up on there. It's so good.
Man, Black, I just want to congratulate you. I've been knowing you since you had like 10K over here on YouTube. Now you're like 30K in.
What was that? Us?
Mm-hmm.
We September will be 3 years for us on YouTube, but just in the last month, that pineapple hibiscus, pineapple hibiscus took off, and we got about 9,000 subscribers in the last month. So, sometimes it's like we'll get any views or social media just ain't doing it for us. I think Instagram took off first, then Facebook took off. So it's just, like I said, everything in due time, and you just got to keep working at it if you want this. Like, all we had to remember to do was cut the camera on and film. But other than that, we don't do things just to film it. I mean, just for social media. We just sharing what we doing anyway. So we just kept at it because we love to share what we doing, and it can help somebody. So just keep doing what you're doing, and one day it's gonna catch. Make everything from scratch. Yeah, Tampa Creek. I'm telling you, your health is gonna thank you alone for it. We've listened to so many different things and different people when it comes to health, and it's always something simple. You know, it's always something simple. But of course, the doctors want to give you all this medicine. We don't want that for people because it'll put you down. Like I said earlier, we can come back from anything. We can come back from anything except death. We can reverse anything. We can beat anything except death. Ain't no coming back from that. We all will go there one day, but while we here, we have to take care of ourselves so we can get better and do better. We got a long life to live, or whatever God see fit for us. But yeah, will you also put out how to start a garden book? So some of that is in the book. That's a lot of my husband. You know, he the gardener. I'm just there to get the food. I drop the seeds too, Robin. I drop them seeds, but I'm also there to get the food because I like to eat. But my husband is the one when it comes to building our soil and what need to be done next. So he did put some of that in the book. Again, I'm the one that dropped seeds everywhere, and he always fussing. Stop doing that so I can get the soil right. But yeah, he did talk about how to start a garden and maintain a garden. What? Purple 7 times. Give it up, Purple.
Times. Hey, you said this. You gotta be patient. You just gotta look. You gotta be what? You gotta wait.
Just put worms in my garden for extra help. So we put worms under our rabbit hutch because the worms will eat the poop and whatever food fall to the ground. And then we have worm castings and rabbit manure, or what's left of it, all in one. But when we free range the chickens, they go right to Bobby's worms and eat them all. So I don't even know if he got any worms back there anymore. Babe, where you go? Watch this. Come here. He was working. He was working hard. Yes, you are. They were just asking about gardening. I said, that's Bobby. I don't.
Crazy. What's up, guys?
Hey,
Got that bread going, Miss T.
it is going so good. How much longer we got for this bread?
I'm out here slaving around in this heat, but I'm so excited because it's growing season, and I'm always happy to be out there doing what I do.
What's the weather out there?
It's like 93,
Ooh,
94.
Yeah, it's a little warm. I try to wait till it got a little later so it could cool off a little bit, but I just had so much to do, so I had to get out there and get it.
So they were asking about sodas. I think you got one in there. If you want to pop it open so they can see what a homemade soda look like in real life. Because most people be like, I ain't making no soda. I'm just going to go to Costco's because I want my fizz. You can get your fizz. What's up, family? You can get your fizz. Hey, BB King. 80 in Virginia right now. Feel it.
So guys, this is my last one.
Oh, till I make some more.
Pineapple hibiscus. So it is delicious.
oh, okay. Heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We drank all of my lemonade now. But that thing will get you right.
You drunk the most of the lemonade.
Me?
Yeah. I went in there, I was like, no, lemonade.
It's mad. Enjoy watching you from Virginia. Virginia is my hometown. What's up, David? David said, I got allergies. What natural remedy can you recommend for this? I don't know if you talked about it yet. Honey, but David, don't get it from Walmart. Find you a local beekeeper, and that's where you want to get your honey from. Somebody local to you, because that is what's going to help you with your allergies. You smell it right.
My bug spray right here.
Oh, that's what that is. You smell like liquor. You was out there drinking. Chesterfield. I'm from Hopewell. Hey, Charity.
What kind of fish you making, Jegs?
What he making?
He said he's making fish tonight. Bring that bread in the morning.
It better not be tilapia. I was just saying for Bobby. I was speaking for Bobby. Jig said he cooking fish.
Where he live. You better caught some pond out there. They got probably some nice ponds over there. Some nice rivers.
Charity, my mom is your neighbor because I live in Georgia now. Unless you moved to Georgia, you said you moved from New York to Virginia. You should have kept it moving down south a little bit more, baby girl, because Virginia is not for lovers. I'm just saying. That's just my opinion. That's just my personal. I shouldn't have said that.
I was so happy when that horsefly landed on me and I sprayed it. It just fell to the ground.
Really?
Yeah, we don't let them move, so.
Oh. Bobby smell like he moved. Drinking a little bit.
It smell like milk.
It don't. You can't smell it. I'm just playing. Local is your state or city. Local to your state or city. We live in Savannah, Georgia now, but okay, David. I'm ordering some rotisserie chicken and some biscuits. Hey, do what you gotta do. You gotta eat, right? I mean, what? I only cook what's in the fridge. Tilapia.
That's what we
Yeah. J3GS.
You don't fish, man? Y'all got rivers and stuff over there.
I don't know. Do they have rivers?
Yeah, man. Catch some brim, some catfish, some bass.
Miss T, you have to go fishing one day.
Mm.
Even on a boat. Like, I know it ain't your cup of tea, but you will love it. Miss T, like, no thank you.
Well, I don't mind going fishing. I've done that before. Well, okay, like I don't have to like gut that out.
You put the worm on your own hook?
Yeah.
Oh, you good.
Okay.
I ain't putting no worm on the hook. And they're watering the land of plenty.
What's up, Kenneth?
What's up, Soil family? So we have Miss T with the T channel over on YouTube logged in. We have Facebook and YouTube with Black's Tropical Homestead logged in. And y'all have hit the thumbs up. We appreciate y'all so much for that. Sherry, are you planning a fishing trip for the ladies? No, guys gotta go too. What? What for the ladies? Reba. No, because I ain't putting no worms on the. I ain't.
Yeah, no worms going in.
Oh, we don't use worms. We use shrimp or fish. I ain't putting that on the hook, and I ain't taking nothing off the hook. I ain't even gonna touch the fish. So y'all don't want to go with me. You ain't. Did you see my video of me fishing? Yeah. I was running more than that fish was. No.
Purple said he's using his wife's homemade biscuits.
Ooh, to catch fish?
I reckon.
Alexa, how much time left on time? Alexa, how much time left? Alexa, how much time left on my timer? 30 minutes. This T said that bread smell like when I run out of fish. Hey, Kenneth. Reba. I can't. And see, I don't like fishing from a pier or the water. I mean, like the beach. I don't like fishing from the beach. I want to go on a boat, and I don't want to see no land when I'm fishing. I don't mind fishing like near the jetties or somewhere, the rocks or wherever we go to when me and Bobby go out. But I like to go deep sea where I don't see no land, and there ain't nobody out there but you and whoever on that boat and the fish. That's how I like to fish. So I definitely need Bobby when I go out there because I'm a little scared. And if something big hit my pole, reel, rod, or whatever it's called, I need help. Deep
Well,
sea
my daughter
fishing.
gets home in about 15, 20 minutes. Oh, she's gonna definitely smell this.
She coming home just in time. Do she? Where she work? She don't work at a fast food restaurant, right?
She works at the hospital.
Oh, good. So she not gonna come home and with a full belly. She probably gonna be looking forward to whatever y'all gonna eat together.
Girl, I can guarantee you, we've been living here since 2012. House never smelled like this before.
And you plan on leaving in the next few months. So did you get you gonna make y'all some sandwiches? Did you get you some French fries or potato chips or lunch meat and
Girl, I bought this honey butter. I do have like some spinach, so I was thinking about making like a some kind of smear, and then put the spinach, and then we got like some shredded chicken or something on top.
yeah, you got chicken? You bought a chicken today?
Well, I had some leftover chicken, but I saw
Oh,
this honey butter, and I was like, "Ooh, on some fresh bread."
because it sounds like that's all you about to eat for dinner is bread, honey butter bread
Bread.
tonight.
I don't want nothing to deter the taste buds.
Oh, okay. I understand. I understand.
Oh man, just like my
Email your
daughter
phone.
now, like we got fresh honey from other people. She don't even want the store bought honey anymore. She's like, so we're out of our honey.
Oh, that's why I was saying you got to make your own honey butter. I'm gonna show you this thing I use to cut my bread.
No, Riri, never ever.
That Bobby bought. This thing, it comes just like this. But this is my bread cutter, and what it do is it keep your bread lined up. See, it got all these little
Yeah.
so that you don't cut. Because I'm cutting bread, and he might have one slice real thin and one slice thick, and I'm like, that's a sandwich. So Bobby was like, no, we can't do that. So what I do is I put the whole loaf in here, and I scoot it up to the back of this thing, and then I can cut, and all of my slices are even. But I love this little cutter.
Girl, you gonna have me buying everything under the sun. My bread's gonna be different sizes, but it's gonna be edible. It's gonna be edible.
That's right. That's right. That's how I was for a long time, and then one day this thing came. I was like, oh, he must be sick of that uneven bread. Some days he would be like, I don't know what was going on when you cut this bread. I'm like, I'm sorry. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. But that thing helped you. And I don't think I'm sure it's not expensive, but it definitely keep my bread in line. Um it's a new day, Miss T. I prefer going fishing in a supermarket. Kenneth, that ain't fun. Nothing like homemade bread, good smell. Exactly. Exactly. That is a. I some days I will be so busy to where I'm baking bread at like 10 or 11 o'clock, but it's so hard to sleep because all you smell is that bread, and it's like, man, that bread smells so good. I should eat a piece before I go to bed, but I don't like cutting it while it's hot. But I would suggest you cut yours while it's hot because you want to try it while it's hot, especially since you got that honey butter.
How long will we have after it comes out? What I need to like let it sit.
I mean, you can eat it as soon as it come out. I let ours sit because I want it to soften. I want my top to be soft. So when it come out, you can go ahead and try it, and cut it and try it. But you'll realize in a few hours or in the morning it's soft. Um, it doesn't take long, but you should try it while it's hot. Do you make biscuits? Yes. Biscuits, you only need 2 ingredients by law. But um, sometimes when you want to be fancy, you can add different things to your biscuits, like shredded butter and baking powder and all this stuff. It's unnecessary because you could just use flour and buttermilk, and then you got biscuits.
Now, y'all, I've been going black tropical for a while. And like she's been telling me this for a long time to get in that kitchen. And I'm like one of those little 5-year-old kids kicking and screaming. But now the scent. Like, smelling kind of delicious.
Make you think different, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just, I mean, the only reason why you standing in the kitchen is because we live. If we wasn't live, you would be able to go and, get things done around the house, set your alarm so you'll know to come back in an hour. But other than that, you know, you baking bread and it's so satisfying. And then to know that I'm gonna eat this sandwich or I'm gonna eat this chicken on the side with my honey butter bread. It's a game changer, and it's so much healthier for you because you have control of the ingredients versus somebody else having control of the ingredients. We will have honey soon for sale, but right now we are all sold out. I made one earlier. I'm eating. Teresa eating bread already, and she made another loaf of bread. David. So, have you ever listened to David Hunt's channel?
I think I found him from Tori's Brain. Yeah.
That is a dangerous channel to watch. He usually go live at 6 in the morning, but it's so dangerous to listen to him at 6 in the morning, especially if you lay down, because you're going back to sleep. You're definitely gonna go back to sleep. So soothing. I will have two. Yeah, yeah. I thought about making another loaf because I'm making meatloaf. Bobby might be eating meatloaf sandwiches for dinner tomorrow because I made a big meatloaf. But then I thought about freeze drying some meatloaf and packaging a couple meals to take with us when we go out of town in a few weeks. So, got my work cut out. By the way, the freeze dryers are on sale. We have $500 off coupons for freeze dryers. They are a total game changer. I probably will end up freeze drying some meatloaf so you can see that you can freeze dry an entire meal. Mashed potatoes.
We thought broke was gone. There we go.
Broke don't never chime in until there's some food involved. You realize that, Miss? Because earlier on your live, he said something about the meat. What? Something about the meat. That was it. Even the night. Every time Brooke said something, it was about some food. And it ain't nothing but some meatloaf sandwiches. Yes, ma'am. We're going to start calling him the meat man. We're supposed to say that word today.
Lady D, I have a P.O. box. If you want to send me one of your pineapple hibiscus sodas, I'll cash at you $2. I'll cash.
Lady D got her hibiscus. So Lady D, you should grow. Now is the time to. Now is the time to work on growing your own hibiscus or sorrel plants. It is called so many different things. People like, no, it's called Zobo or Zubu. And I'm like, well, we in America, so we call it hibiscus, Jamaican hibiscus, sorrel. But you should grow your own plant. One plant will give you enough hibiscus for an entire year, unless you drink it like Bobby. Then you might want to plant 2 plants. But it's amazing. Thanks for helping me get through the rest of my work day. Gotta run. Hit it out the door. All right, Analytic. I have my freeze dryer, but I didn't use it yet. Yeah, I remember you said you were ordering one. It's a game changer. What I love about the freeze dryer versus canning is I can cook my food, I can season it exactly how we want it, and freeze dry it. And when you reconstitute it, 5 years later, it still tastes the same as the day you cooked it. I think that's amazing.
Oh wow, Karen.
Karen was working. Well, Karen, so I made Karen a moderator. You don't have to work over here because, well, I think we got Nightbot. But anyhow, yeah, we do have Nightbot. So Nightbot will drop, and Miss T got Nightbot too. Nightbot will drop links over here. You can type Soil Family, one word, Nightbot will drop your channel on Miss T, you can drop MST,
Yeah.
and Nightbot will do the same on Miss T channel. So I did it when we first started because we didn't want our moderators to work. We want the moderators to enjoy the chat, talk to each other, and all that good stuff while you here too. Now you can feel free to moderate. We do and appreciate the help when you can get the crazies out. But other than that, you know, kick back and having fun is what we like to do. Yeah, MST like that.
So what is it on your channel?
Soil family, one word. Soil family. I told pescatarian gardener that I need to show her how to work her nightbot because I don't like when nightbot time people out and all that goofy stuff just because. So I just need to show her how to turn things off. Oh, I'm so crazy.
I'm just
Yes,
excited.
ma'am, please.
I know my daughter will be home soon. I can't wait. We're all gonna get her reaction when she smells the house.
I know. Did she text you and tell you she left work already?
Nah, she just comes straight home.
She'll just pop up home.
Yeah. Hey, front porch.
Hope all is well. Just started ginger bug yesterday. Looking forward to watching kombucha video. Yeah, so we'll probably do a kombucha update tomorrow so y'all can see what it looked like. Teresa said she got 2 minutes left on her loaf of bread. Sometimes I put potato, and that's what Teresa asked me earlier. Do we need potato? So sometimes I'll put potato in the bread, which give it great flavor and texture. But because we make bread so much, you know, I just do this basic loaf. You can use milk or whey also, but again, you know, this bread is good. You make it your own. You can season it the way you want. If you want to put herbs in it, you can do that. You can do so much with this basic recipe, but you can also add a half a cup of potatoes, and man, it'll change the flavor altogether. But it's so good. But it still doesn't take away from this simple loaf of bread to help you get through a week. Cooking and vibing. Kombucha, I feel. Hey, Lisa, same way. Trying kombucha. So Lisa is saying, so I'm terrified of canning. We canned some stuff like 2 years ago, and it's still sitting up here on the shelf in the same place because I refuse to eat it. I'm scared of it. So that's what Lisa's saying, that she feel the same way about kombucha like I feel about canning. She's terrified to try it. I've tried store-bought kombucha. It is not good at all. So are you sharing a recipe? Yes. So we made homemade bread, loaf of bread. I will make sure I put the whole recipe on Facebook once this live in, but it's pretty simple. I did share it on Facebook and on YouTube in the community tab. I'm sure Miss Tia share hers because she's gonna have to take a picture with hers later and share it. Terrified of kombucha. It is so good when you make it at home, Lisa. It's so good.
I heard is it spicy or what's the flavor?
Well, we like the flavor ours, and pineapple is our main flavor. Pineapple, anything is good, but I don't know. It's just fermented tea, but it's not spicy. I don't know. It's kind of bitter, I guess you could say. It got a little bitter bite to it, but it's not like real bitter to make you feel like, oh God, that was weird. Um, but I like homemade kombucha. I don't like kombucha from the store at all. At all. I love pressure canning. Salsa is great canned. Spice it up. And see, I don't care for salsa. Bobby will eat salsa, but we like pineapple mango salsa. Well, I don't care for like the tomato salsa. It is a little vinegary. So like my brand is very vinegary and it's strong, very strong. So, but when you make your own kombucha, you can control the strength of it. You know, you can start. I would taste it at day 5 and see if it's strong enough for you, or maybe not strong enough. So around day 7, I usually let mine go 7 days, and that's strong enough for us. 10 days is usually very strong, but some people like it at 10 days. Kombucha tastes like what I imagine jailhouse wine tastes like.
Wow.
Lord, front porch. Oh,
Not the
I don't
jail.
know. Jailhouse wine might be good, so I don't know. I don't know. Make my own. Doesn't last and get shipped to family. But see, you Italian, y'all cook good food, and you can. But I don't know. I'm just scared. And Dale said she would come to get all our canned goods and bringing me some jars. Look, it'll be here whenever she get it, because we ain't gonna eat it. Tastes a little like wine, but sweet. And Dale said the kombucha tastes like wine, but sweeter. She has a nice little kitchen. So, all right, Miss T. Alexa, how much time left on the timer? 12 minutes. 12 minutes. So, Miss, I turned it on when Miss T put hers in the oven. No, she need an hour.
When did
If
you
you
put yours
open
in?
it, huh?
When did you put yours in?
I ain't put it in yet.
What?
I ain't put it in there yet. Um. So Lisa, that's the thing. How do you know? Like, what if it still smell and look good, but I don't know. I'm terrified of kombucha. I mean, of canned foods. Now, will I eat something that somebody else can? Yeah, but and we followed the book USDA canning guide, and I'm still scared. We canned pineapple last year, and we ate them in 2 days. That was the only thing that we ever canned and ate. But within 2 days, they were all gone. So now we got all this food sitting up here. Bobby be like, "Well, the top's still on it. That's all right. You can tell if it doesn't seal right. So it's sealed. That's the thing. Bobby was in here the other day. He was like, "Well, it's sealed. The top is on here," and I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. I'm still scared to eat it." So it'll be here when they'll come and swap them jars out.
Thank you, girl, Dad.
So y'all, we are waiting. We on countdown now. We got about 10 minutes left for Miss T with the T.
I thought we was making our bread together.
I'm cooking meatloaf too,
Oh,
but I'm gonna put mine in the oven soon.
I bet that meatloaf is fire. What's all in it?
A little bit of seasoned salt, some garlic powder, cayenne pepper, eggs, breadcrumbs, seasoned breadcrumbs, and that's it. I ain't put no milk in it. Your canned food will be done by the book, I'm sure. Well, I don't know, and I can't do it. It's like eating okra. Bobby tried to get me to eat a piece of okra last night or night before last, and I was freaking out so bad. Then when I bit it, I was like, "Oh no, I can't! I got season in my mouth." He was like, "Just chew it."
tolerate more of the fried okra versus the the boiled or whatever. That's slime. That's what gets me.
I would try it, just a spoonful. No, I can't do it. I can't do it because I don't want to end up in the hospital. Like my biggest fear is botulism, so and I should trust that more than I trust any canned food from the stores ever in my life, but I just can't make myself do it. Oh, Karen.
Try the okra raw first.
Oh, I tried that before. I don't think the chickens would eat that. I tried to bite a piece of raw okra. I was like, Lord, there's so much slime in my mouth right now. I can't do
With
it.
the raw one.
Even the raw one. Oh,
Mm.
Karen, I'm gonna check on you in a little while. Fried okra. Bobby eat okra. I can't. I can't.
I was just about to say that, Riri. Ranch. I put ranch on everything.
Ooh, ooh. No, thank you. No, thank you. Nasty, Teresa. Y'all nasty. I don't like no slimy boiled okra. Bobby didn't boil his. He cooked some. I don't know how he cooked it. He cooked some bacon. Then he put his okra in the pan and like I guess like sauteed it, but still. Okay. I'll only eat okra and gumbo. Is it slimy then?
I think that's like blended in with everything. You can't really tell.
So that's what I want to try, Pamela. The freeze dried okra, I hear is good. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I know, Kim. I got to do better. Um, yeah, I do. So when I make like mayonnaise, Bobby not a big mayonnaise eater, but when I make mayonnaise, I use a little bit of the kombucha brine because I want it to last at least 3 months. But I use it mainly to make honey mustard with because that's what we eat more of is honey mustard, which is just mustard, mayonnaise, and honey. Um, no, I cook the slime out. Cook out the slime. Ooh, just see.
Jigs.
Working on a website. Let me know if you need different pictures or something, Karen. It isn't slimy in soup either. So, babe, maybe that's what you need to cook. Okra something soup with some meat in it, so it won't be slimy. With some corn, rabbit. It needs some meat. It could be ground rabbit, right? Ooh. I like it in soup and stews. My mother-in-law made an awesome beef neck bone stew, and it had okra in it. It was good.
Mm.
Lisa said, Karen said she's still a Dukes girl. So I don't know if I ever had Dukes before or Hellman's. I'm a Miracle Whip girl. Don't tell me that that's not mayonnaise, because it is. It's sweet and it's good. Because I know Dukes people will say, oh my God, Miracle Whip. What is that? Don't come for me, Karen. I love Miracle Whip. It helps thicken that slime. Oh my goodness. Hey, retired gardener.
I had this guy I was dating. His mom made black eyed peas, and she finally chopped up like the okra
Ooh,
there. Oh, and that was good. Just like the bigger pieces of okra, I'm not.
ooh. I just pray that it ain't no slime and pick the okra out.
It should be about time, said Tampa.
Precious piece. We appreciate you. We're gonna have to try that. That is salad dressing, but it do go on. You talk about mayonnaise, Tyra. That is salad dressing, but it do go on sandwiches too. You make potato salad with it, but you also put it on your sandwich. Miracle Whip. 12 minutes up. I'm smelling that bread. I'm ready to see it. Alexa, how much time is left on the timer?
You have 4 minutes left and you're waiting on the timer.
She got 4 minutes, y'all. 4 minutes.
Dun, dun,
Now it's
dun.
vegan. Yeah, so I make a vegan mayonnaise, but that I like a lot. So still not mayonnaise. I know. Okra with bacon, stewed tomatoes. Ooh, I pick the bacon out and eat it. I can't do it. Oh, that is salad dressing. I don't know, babe.
Now I know some people are like really picky on mayonnaise. I'm not really picky. I'll do Dukes, Miracle Whips.
Ooh.
Now I am picky because I love ranch. I am more picky on ranch. Not all ranch is the same. I don't like buttermilk ranch.
You don't?
Mm-mm. Do not.
There's something that I won't eat. I see. Look at that, Team Miracle Whip. That's what I'm talking about, Vicky. I ain't by myself. Black eyed peas with anything. Ooh, too tangy. I can't do okra either, Shannon. I can't. We have Dukes and Miracle Whip in our refrigerator. Alexa, all Tampa want that bread.
Okay,
Tampa,
come on over. It smells like a bakery up in here.
Tampa want that bread. You make vegan mayonnaise. Yes, I do have a recipe. I think I posted it already. I mean, I did post it. I can repost it though. You need that recipe? Yeah. With a little aquafaba. Everybody was like, "What is aquafaba?" Bean juice.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of using egg, that's what I use the aquafaba as my egg substitute. But it's good. Bobby doesn't care for mayonnaise, so Bobby don't like mayonnaise. And he don't care. He don't like it. Hey, interested in homemade salad dressing with all your good stuff over there. Okay, I'll reshare. It's been a while. Slice of onion, squash, okra. Oh, breaded and seasoned, fried. I just learned that I like red onions, so that's why I told Bobby I wanted to grow some because I'll eat that on a sandwich, and it's good. I was like, red onion don't taste like an onion. I don't know what that is. Me and my neighbor were just talking about tomato pies because she definitely wants tomato. That was one of Sandy's favorite food, tomato pie. Oh, I was like, how can you eat that like that? What is that? It's just a pie with tomatoes in it. Not a fan of ranch. Would never understand people putting ranch on pizza. Yeah, I don't understand that either. Oh Lord, Miss T. Jesus Christ.
Spaghetti, chili,
Spaghetti?
yes.
What was that just when you were pregnant? Like
That's
17 years ago?
today.
Oh, but why?
I don't know. I just love the taste of ranch. I love it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, miracle with me, please, Mary. I just need it. My mom make the best potato salad. Lord, that miracle whip just make it all right. But even on a sandwich, it's a little sweet. It's so good, y'all. Come on, Alexa. How much time does T got?
Ah,
Oh, okay. There you go, Miss T.
all right.
Let's put Miss T on a big screen, y'all.
Oh wow. No makeup.
Alexa, stop.
Oh, God. It's looking yummy. Okay.
Look at Miss T loaf of bread.
I know. I just want to put some butter on it already.
So you got your that top at that split at the top is just that's just your crease. I mean where you rolled it up. So next time just flip it and put that at the bottom. But other than that, I would flip it out of that pan. You can put it on. I put mine on a wire rack to cool. You can put it on a plate if you don't have a wire rack, so it'll cool. But Miss T made her first loaf of bread. Look at you, girl.
Well, number one, we did it. She came right on out too.
That sucker rolled right on out.
Okay, you right. It is. It got the thick texture of the
That
top.
crunchy top, crispy top. You can cut it if you want, so you can taste it. If you want to taste it live, you can wait for it to cool a little bit. I know you want to put your honey butter on it.
Don't do my honey butter. Your little honey butter.
Her bread looked like a broken leg. Oh my God, Miss T, these your people.
Who said that?
JGBB Haven. Her bread looked delicious, especially for a first loaf of bread.
Ooh, this sucker is hot.
That thing is piping hot.
Okay.
Way to go, Miss T. Yes.
Okay, now I see the importance of the bread slicer.
Yeah. And letting it cool off because it will crumble because the top is hard. But once you let it sit for a little while, it will soften. But I know you. And you should be using a bread knife. Bobby chimed in.
Oh.
She using a butter knife, babe. Don't worry about it.
Remember me wrong.
That is the wrong name.
I don't know what kind of knife she using. Miss T, you using a butter knife?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss T.
And you know, I don't cook, so I don't have all those gadgets.
Look, Lisa said you gonna put some ranch on it.
If I had one of Jack's fish, I would. Ranch and hot
Miss
sauce.
T said, same knife for her butter is the same knife for her bread.
Okay. There goes my daughter.
Y'all got a dog, Miss T?
Oh, yeah.
I was about to say, you been holding back on us.
We got some little Yorkie. Little ankle biter.
On my way from the Windy City with a sandwich.
Well, you in the shy? I'm in Indiana. Uh-oh.
Good job. Yes, knives are important. I use a watermelon knife. I use a watermelon knife for mine. Good job, Miss T. I'm so proud of you.
I want to see her reaction when she smells the house. You know, we're a family that's raised on frozen dinners. Hi, daughter.
Hey, daughter. She like, why are you live? I just got home.
Guess what I did? Yeah, look at it. Look, honey. I made bread. You want to try it? Want some honey butter? No.
Hey, daughter.
Active yeast flavor. I don't know. What you said? What kind of bread is this?
She like, what is this?
See, I love ranch and everything. She's all like, no, I don't want all that.
You gonna put ranch on the bread, Miss T?
No, I mean like she doesn't really like sauces like.
Oh, yeah, Bobby not a sauce guy, but he'll eat like honey mustard or barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I like chocolate. I know that voice.
Hey, baby girl.
I know that voice.
Kimchi is spicy.
Mm-mm-mm.
Ooh, all right, Miss T. So how you feel? You feel like you can do this now?
I'm feeling accomplished.
Okay, practice makes perfect. You'll get better. To this day, I still mess up bread. So don't ever feel like I messed that up. I can't do this again. Just keep practicing. Keep playing with it. You know, more or less of something, whatever you feel. If you want it sweeter, a little more sugar. If you want it salty, a little more redness, real salt. Um, Table salt is not to be made for us to eat. So, can we see the loaf?
Oh, okay.
She
We
said,
just
"Yeah, let
looking
me
at it
show
now.
y'all." Miss T, and Miss T, you need a bread knife, like a knife that got some teeth on it.
Girl, we
So
are
don't
so
be cutting.
Oh, I
This,
have one of those.
this is a watermelon knife. This is what I use to cut my bread. Yeah, you got one.
Uh,
Don't use the butter knife to cut your bread.
okay. Yeah.
There you go, girl.
I don't even eat
Yeah.
watermelon. Don't even know where this came from. But we got one.
Yeah, you need a serrated knife to cut bread. But like I said, it'll sit, let it sit for a little while, and it should soften up. So send her a serrated knife. Yeah. Good job, Miss T. I'm so proud of you. This
So
is
what's
your
next? What's next?
what's next? That's the thing. What do you like? And that's what you want to think about. Things that you like and try your hand at it. Look at some recipes, write some stuff down. Like I said, just tweak what you need to tweak. I like to tell people, especially new cooks, to follow a recipe first and then come back and make some adjustments because you want to get it down pat first and then you can play with some things. So I'm proud of you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for teaching me. And JGD is Gags.
Yeah. Okay. Good job. So, all right, y'all. We're gonna get out of here. I got dinner in the oven, and my kids want to eat. I am proud of you, Miss T. Just keep at it. Look up recipes, get your ingredients, and cook. I like cooking when I'm home alone because Bobby had come in here like, "Why you doing that? And what is this?" So when you home alone, you about to be home alone a lot. Cook.
I know.
Cook. That might be a newfound love for now. Give you something to do. Experiment in the kitchen.
No. Yeah, you have to meet me. Oh, well, hold on. You having tilapia. They said I can't. You're not supposed to eat tilapia.
You don't want tilapia. Let J3GS have that tilapia. Um, yeah. So thank y'all for tuning in. Again, if you are catching the replay, hashtag replay and let us know. Are you making your own bread? It is a game changer. And congratulate Miss T with the T for making her first loaf of bread. She gonna go and enjoy her rotisserie chicken and bread now, and talk to her daughter. So y'all have a good evening, and don't let nobody steal your joy.
Bye. Thank you again.
You're welcome. Good night.
Good night.